Hey YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Caffeinated Plans. Emily here. In this channel, we are budgeting my way through $61,000 in student loan debt. We are on Dave Ramsey step number 2, and in this specific video, we are going to be closing out our budget for January and taking a look at our expenses and seeing how good or bad we did. So we are in our budget book. We're going to head and flip to January. And we are going to get started. I did fill in some information already, but we'll start with income. All right, so here we are. We had our teacher money, which it looks to be like a few cents off. So we budgeted $3,535.70. We received $3,534.17. So there is a $1.58 difference. Where did the cap? Okay, all right, I'm not gonna. $1.53 that we were missing, I guess, so negative. For tutoring and for the stimulus, we did receive the $600 from the stimulus, but we did not last week of tutoring, I didn't move the money from my bank account to my Cash App, so it's just still sitting there. So I didn't, although I got the pay, I didn't budget for it, so I decided that I would not include it here. So that is why it is $150 short. And so that's the difference there. The December rollover, there definitely is a difference. I think I did that in pencil a long time ago. We had 150, I'll do the 331. 331 is what we received. This is the number I got from YNAB. It was a lot of things that were sitting again in my Cash App that I closed out on. And some other things that I got paid back over December. Subtract that from 158.64. So there is $172.36 extra here. But if we subtract the 150 and subtract the $1.53, it's only a $20 difference. So nothing too crazy. We kind of really close. We're going to go into bills and then our living expenses. All right. So for bills, we only have 3. We have Verizon, which came out exact $286.42. We also have Hulu, which came out exact. It was $11.99. And then we had Glow, which came out as $26. Sorry, no, we budgeted $26. It came out as $25.03. And so we had $1.05 extra. All right, so I went ahead and added the numbers, and we are at $323.44. Which, if we figure out the difference here, it is, oh, I'm so silly. It's just $1.05 extra. It's just right there. Okay, we're fine. We're gonna go ahead and check in with our living expenses, which is always the most exciting part. We had business. Sorry, I'm having like a little allergy moment, but we spent $134.01, and I do not know. Oh, yes, I do. The difference is $65.99 we still have. For personal, we budgeted $100. I think it's actually less in YNAB. I think it came out to like $98 or something like that. But for personal, we spent $86.77. And that difference is $13 under. Beauty became a sinking fund mid-January. And we gave it $30. So I'll add it over here. It'll be in a different color, but that's okay. Beauty. It starts with nothing. We gave it 30. Nothing came out of it, so it'll end with $30. All right. So that was beauty. Beauty service was $150. We spent $140. So we have $10 here. For dining out, we budgeted $100. We spent $105.83. So we were $5.83 over. Gaming, we were also over here. We spent $149.92. So we were over $49.92. At this point, we've decided that this is not enough money to be budgeted in that category. And so we moved some things around. If you want to check out the February monthly budget, it's already up. For groceries, we had $350. We only spent $200, and I don't think that's correct. Hold on. Oh, nope, I'm right. $201.98. I thought it was like a little more, but it wasn't. 201. Sorry, 350 minus 201.98. But see, this is what happens when I do things too fast. And we have 148.02 left. For unbudgeted, we didn't spend any of that, so it still has $50. For transportation, we were over. We spent $201.59. So we were over $51.59. And then we can do our total right here, $34.01 plus $86.77 plus $140, $105.83, $149.92, $201.98, and $201.59. So we spent a total of $1,020.01. And so the difference there is we were $179 under in our living expenses, which is probably, actually I think on average I'm probably under in the whole category. I think there's just probably pockets that are like super huge. Then we're gonna move over to the sinking funds, and then we'll do the debts, the most exciting part, the debt payoff last. So in January we had the iPad Pro that we had wanted to budget and purchase, and we did that. And so we were left with two cents left in there. For hair, we budgeted $130, but I actually got $150. I'm not really too sure what was happening there, but that's what I put in YNAB. So that's what I got. YNAB also got $10. Nothing came out of there, so it's ending with 10. Owl Crate, we budgeted $40. Unfortunately, I just had like a huge hiccup with really internalizing how the billing would work. And so I needed to have $200.21 extra cents there. But now it's going to end with 40, and then we'll continue to contribute $40 every month until the 6th month, and hopefully have the next 6 months ready to be paid for. Medical got $50. Nothing came out of there, so it's left with $113.15. Christmas, we budgeted $120. For some odd reason, I gave it a lot of money it didn't need, and it's at $231.55. And we didn't take anything out of that fund. For clothing, it got the $50 that was for its budget, and nothing came out of clothing either. So it's ending with $128.23. Households, we budgeted $50, we gave it $50, but we did spend $62. So it's ending the month lower than what it started with, unfortunately, at $247.36. Giving started with $159.68. We budgeted $40, we gave it $40, and we did not give anything this month. So it's at $199.68. We had craft and stickers is at $30. I didn't see me take anything out of craft and stickers. So it's at $30. I am going to double check that because that doesn't feel right, because I did make a Michael's trip. So I'm going to start it and then I'll just check it off camera. And then the last one we have here is goals. We budgeted $50. We gave it $50 and we did not take anything out, so it is at $50. I do think craft and stickers, I think we took something out. I don't know what it is, but I bet you it didn't end with anything. I'm gonna leave it at 0. And the reason why that happened is because I started this year off without having a planner to use, and so I needed to like find one ASAP. I thought I could just use like online tech, and it just really did not work for me. All right, so I'm just gonna do total for, what do I want to track? I don't actually know. Do I want to track how much plus? Let's do plus minus and then end. See how much money we have at the end in our sinking funds. So, except I'm not gonna track the iPad Pro. It's just a closed fund. It's gone. That money doesn't exist. So we have 150 plus 10 plus 26, 188. Oh, but a lot of that is gone too. Plus 50 plus 231, 55 plus 50 plus 50 plus 70 plus 50 plus what? I don't even know what these numbers, like, how did I get here? Why do I know how to use it? I'm actually going to include this. I just saw the numbers at the end make sense. So 775 plus 160 plus 261.88 plus $50 plus 231.55 plus 100 plus 70 plus 80. All right, so that is $1,728.43. I'm just gonna take off the 43 cents. So I'll rewrite it, 1,728. Just because I couldn't really see that. And then we lost 1,196 plus 221.88 plus 62. So we spent $1,479.88. I don't know why I keep writing this cents. We really don't have space for it. And we can do the end numbers. All right, so we have $1,159.97 left in our sinking funds, which is not bad. We are going to do the last piece of our monthly wrap up, which is just to look at the overall percentages of my spending. I usually do it in like a 2-spread page. I'll show you guys how that used to look. Where I would do a category breakdown with some percents and then do a monthly comparison. I'm not going to do the monthly comparison right now. I do have some white pages in case I do decide later on, but I don't think that that's really helpful at this moment. I am going to do the category breakdown, but I'm only going to be looking at the big chunks. I think knowing that like I spent less than 1% on miscellaneous and like 7% on business isn't really helpful. What I really want to know is what percent of my income is going to debt. Like, that's what I really want to know, because I really want to get that to 50. So we're only going to look at a few different percentages. So the income number I'm using for these percentages is from YNAB. So it's a little bit higher than the one that's recorded over here, and it's $4,960.66. Apology again, I'm so snuffly. We're gonna keep pushing through though. The reason for that is when I get money back on like a Cash App or a Venmo or anything like that, I can't seem to record it as something other than income, and so it adds it in here. So there was like about $50 that like I spent on someone. They were like, well, I'll pay you back, and I got it, and it files under income. Like, even when I put like Cash App, it's still there. And I didn't want to do the percentages by hand like I used to do, so I just, re-recorded that the income's just a little different. If anyone knows how to like, try to do the YNAB so that it doesn't list as income but something else, like, let me know in the comments. But I haven't really figured it out. And the only other way I probably could do it is if I did all the percentages by hand, which I think $60 difference isn't really going to affect much here. But we are going to start with the bills. And for our bills, I don't have the full number, just a percent. We spent 6.9% of our income on bills, which makes sense. It's like the smallest category with the smallest amounts, really, besides Verizon. So I understand. The next one we're going to look at is living expense. And we spent a total of 21.8% of our income, which again, not that bad for it to be this much. Just what I would like to keep it like under 20, like that should be like end goal. But for right now, 21.8% is okay. We have our sinking funds. So this number is how much we budgeted towards our sinking funds, not necessarily how much we spent in it. And that percent is 32.8%. I think next month we'll do like sinking funds added and then sinking funds used. But I think this is pretty good. So 32.8% of our dollars are being saved for another day. Right, not a long-term saving commitment, but I think it's pretty dope. And the last one we have is the debt payment, which I didn't add over here. So let's do that. Our debt payment, we did have $2,000 here. I just think we threw money into some of our sinking funds that didn't need to be there. And so that's why we didn't quite hit this marker. Because, again, we only had a $20 difference in income. So we should have been able to do it. $1,796.72. Let's find out the difference. Yeah, so that's actually not bad. $228.08 difference. And I mean, in our crate, we had to account for $221 there. So that's definitely where that came from. And then just overshotting in some places in the sinking funds. I don't know why I did that, but Christmas will just be filled a little faster. And that's okay. So that's $1,796.72 payment was... So that $1,796.72 payment was 38.4%. Which the goal right here, that's just what it is for it to always be as close to 50% as possible. And I do think that might have been the lowest percentage. Maybe the higher payment probably out of the past few months. But it's definitely the lowest percent. I'm still, proud of what it is. But it definitely could be better. I would have liked the 2,000. It still would even have been 50%. But it's okay. We always have February. Yeah, let me look back. This is why you should do the monthly comparisons. Because, yeah, it's higher, but I don't think this was not the same percent. Yeah, man. Debt was 47%. I will never forget December because it was just so good, 47%. Here we are, and we are at 38%. I feel like it was good overall. I think we have more sinking funds that we contribute to in January than we did in December. And that's why. And a little more money... I think it's the same amount of money going into our sinking funds, our living expenses. Yeah. So definitely the sinking funds took a lot of that money. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. We wrapped up the month. I think this is great. I think the number itself is amazing. But 50 is the goal. Let me know how much of your paychecks are going to your debt payment. Are you at like a 40%, 50? Is it more? Let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next video.